A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. With the end of the India versus Australia 4-test series, we now turn our attention to the 3-match ODI series that's going to begin from the 17th. First ODI 17th at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, then on the 19th you'll be having it at Vizag, and the final ODI on 22nd in Chennai. Now, prior to that, there was also some action that has been happening off the field as well when it comes to Bangladesh versus England, Sri Lanka's test future also, because there are two major developments when it comes to Bangladesh versus England and Sri Lanka. Bangladesh, you remember, whitewashed the T20 champions England, and it was a big blow. And one individual especially took a lot of pleasure in trolling a former England captain, and that individual is Wasim Jaffer. Wasim Jaffer and Michael Vaughan have often engaged in a lot of Twitter banter, and there were a lot of barbs thrown at each other. If Michael Vaughan makes a statement, then Wasim Jaffer has to disagree. They all love to disagree with each other. Now, Wasim Jaffer has trolled Michael Vaughan with wearing a Bangladesh jersey and saying, "Hello Michael Vaughan, long time no see." This comes in the backdrop of Bangladesh whitewashing England 3-0. And remember, they had lost the first two ODIs, but since then they have won 4 on the bounce, the final ODI and the 3 T20Is. This is truly a remarkable sense, and that is why this tweet will not age. And fortunately or unfortunately, Michael Vaughan started the fire. Now I don't know how he's going to extinguish it. When you are in Mumbai, you cannot afford to miss a taxi ride, or maybe that's what David Warner was probably doing. I mean, he shared a photo on his Instagram handle wherein he said, "Well, it is a really great feeling to be back in Mumbai amongst the people." Remember, he had just played 3 innings in the test match against India. Then he had to return back to Sydney because of an elbow fracture and then a concussion. Warner will be hoping that his white ball fortunes become much better as compared to his red ball fortunes in India. And this is a very good photo. I mean, the adulation that David Warner gets in India because of his IPL exploits, because of the reels that he uploads, especially the South Indian reels that he does, has made him a big favorite in India. Sri Lanka, who missed out on that World Test Championship final by a whisker, they now are going to do something very historic come April. Ireland has played only 3 series ever since they got their test berth in 2017-18. They played against Pakistan, they played against Afghanistan, and they played against Bangladesh. But now, Ireland are all set to create history for the first time in their test history. They are going to have a 2-match test series, and Sri Lanka will be travelling to Dublin for the 2 tests. It is a very significant step for Irish cricket, because remember, Ireland and Afghanistan are excluded from the World Test Championship cycle, and not many teams are willing to play them, which is really sad. And the fact that the ICC have not included them in the WTC cycle speaks volumes of where the priority lies for them. While Mumbai Indians are winning 5 out of 5 and they have qualified for the WPL playoffs, RCB, on the other hand, are on the opposite end of the spectrum. Remember, today they face UP Warriors, and if RCB loses that encounter, their mathematical chances of finishing even 3rd in the WPL playoff is gone, because they will only play 2 more games after this. If they lose 6 out of 6, game over. They cannot even assume to get to a 3rd spot, because remember, top spot goes directly into the final. The remaining 2 and 3, they play the eliminator, and the winner goes through to the final. RCB, this is the last chance alone for them. If they do not win this match, game over for them in the playoffs, in the playoff race for the WPL. A goal-scoring machine. He's truly a phenomenon when it comes to football. Erling Haaland showed his class, and Manchester City really suffered a big, I mean, you may say RB Leipzig were on the receiving end of a massive 5-star thrashing. Haaland's 5 goals ensured Manchester City won the UEFA Champions League second leg encounter 7-0. And that is why RB Leipzig were dumped out of the tournament. Napoli also reached the quarterfinals, and Manchester City have also joined them. But if one club is on the high, The other club is facing a fight for survival. Remember, today in the night, Liverpool are going to face Real Madrid, and if Liverpool lose this encounter, they are already trailing 2-5. They have to win by 3 goals or 4 goals to ensure that they stay in contention for the UEFA Champions League title. If that doesn't happen, then Liverpool, you can bid them adieu, because Real Madrid are in top form, and Carlo Ancelotti, the manager, has said, we are not looking to rest on our laurels of a 3-goal advantage. They want to play really, really well. So Real Madrid versus Liverpool, that is the next UEFA Champions League encounter. The Atlas Lions, who were the darlings of the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, have now gone one step ahead, perhaps in a bid to host the FIFA World Cup 2030. According to reports in the international media, Morocco have made a joint bid with Spain and Portugal to host the 2030 World Cup. Remember, the 2026 FIFA World Cup will be played in 3 countries, Mexico, US and Canada. Maybe in 2030, with more teams and more matches, these 3 nations could once again bid for a World Cup hosting rights. Remember, Spain, Portugal, Morocco, these 3 countries are vying to bid for the 2030 FIFA World Cup. ISL and I-League may still be going on. The ISL tournament will be playing in the final, the teams that are in the final. But India will have one eye on the AFC Asia Cup that will be played in November, December of 2023. This, in order to prepare themselves, they are going to face a tri-series that will involve Myanmar and the Kyrgyzstan Republic. They will square off in encounters in Imphal, and for that the Indian football camp, Igor Stimac, has decided to just ensure that they have a camp. All the players are in there, but the golden boot winner, the leading goal scorer for Mumbai City FC, is not in the squad, and that is kind of a surprise factor. In the world of badminton, we are seeing one major development. The All England Championships began yesterday with Lakshya Sen and Kidambi Srikanth HS Pranoy putting on a brilliant show. Kidambi Srikanth and PV Sindhu will be in action today. And this tournament is on lines of how important it is. The Thomas and Uber Cup, that's important. The Olympics are very important. The year-ending badminton World Championships, and now the All England Cup. Remember, 3 Indians have only managed to show themselves in a very glorious spirit at the All England Championships. Prakash Padukone and Pullela Gopichand. Maybe in the near future, either of Kidambi, Sindhu, Lakshya Sen and HS Pranoy, they could do it for them, because India's drought has extended to over 2 decades when it comes to the All England Championships, and this will be the key factor. When it comes to the boxers, unfortunately, the likes of Manju Rani, Shikha and Poonam, they are not going to be part of the Indian boxing contingent for the World Boxing Championships. The Delhi High Court has quashed that plea, and that is why now these 3 will only be in the reserves. The Delhi High Court said that there is no grounds of interference in the selection that the Indian Boxing Federation did. So it's a victory for the Indian Boxing Federation, but these 3 individuals will really be hard done by this. So that is about it for the morning wrap. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Remember, cricket may take a bit of a backseat, but action still continues. We're building up to the India versus Australia ODI, and then we'll be focusing on other sports like badminton. And remember, there's also the FIH Pro League to look forward to. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter channels as well. Bye-bye.